Hey y'all, it's Lindsay with the Fiber Seed, and it is WIP Wednesday where I share what I've been working on, which are a couple of things. We did have the Michigan Fiber Festival this past weekend, so I got to work on a lot of different things. We had a flat tire on the way up there, but it's still a good show. So let me talk about new colors first. So you saw Imaginarium. Check it out. I have swatches now. So this is what it looks like in a cake. August color of the month. This is what it looks like knitted up and crocheted up. Check it out. Okay, do you see this? Oh my goodness, I absolutely love it. So this is the DK weight, knitted on a size 6. Yes. And then this is the crochet swatch, and I don't remember what I used. That's bad. Either way, that's how they look. I've got doubles, half doubles, and singles up here at the top, so you can see changes a little bit with the stitch height, but not too much. So I absolutely love how it turned out. Now, y'all, I totally sprung this one on you. It's the end of summer colorway called Splash Park. And we just happened to put a mister outside of our booth space at Michigan Fiber Festival. So we had our own little Splash Park to release Splash Park. So this is Splash Park. It is available on sock, DK, and worsted, just like Imaginarium. We have a pre-order going for worsted right now. But this is what it looks like. Look at it, look at it, look at it. Okay, this is what it's going to look like in a swatch. Check it out. Do you see how those speckles are just so exciting? They're in there. They're subtle and they're fun. So knitted, crocheted. Anyway, that is it. Do you see them? This is also on the DK weight, so you can see them. All right, love it. Super excited. So both of those are in the shop. There are colors to go with them. Some are in the shop, some are available, but we do not have them in the shop yet because yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Y'all, I made a lot of yarn colors, and I did not think anything about the picture portion of it when we had to put them on the website. So we're working on them. But we got these guys on there, and if you don't see a color you like on there, just message me. I will take a picture for you, and we can just get that taken care of for you. So those are colors. August color of the month, Imaginarium. And with summer colors, Splash Park. We had these at Michigan. We'll have them at the next couple of shows too. So if you're going to Wool Gathering in a couple weeks, be there. And then Shenandoah Valley Fiber Festival. So they'll be there. Well, Shenandoah, it should be there. This one should be there. This one will be there for sure. Anyway, because there might be a fall colorway coming. So those are the yarns. Okay, now I'm just gonna, I'll pick them up later. I'm tossing them off the table. There's a lot to go through. So garden news, because we'll get back to the yarn in a second because this thing is on the table. I'm not tossing this. Y'all, the squash and zucchini has been prolific this year, and so this is far too big to make squash and zucchini like I normally do with a onion. I know we're going to a cooking show here for a second, but I'm making zucchini bread out of this, and I should be able to get like 6 loaves of zucchini bread out of that. It tastes delicious. Anyway, that's how the garden's going. Some things are absolutely amazing. Other things like, well, you tried, maybe next year. But that's gardening. So we learned some things this year and learned other things that weren't so great, but we can use them for next year so that we can do better, right? So back to yarn. You know, that was supposed to be some cool trend. Anyway, that's not a transition. Here's the yarn. Okay, so first up, in my Allegheny Fiber Arts bag with mermaids on it, I have my Fiber and Fox Dandelion Dance Shawl. Did I get my 4th color on there? I did, by 1 row. But 1 row is 1 row, y'all. Progress is progress. All right, so showing you the correct side. Here is my Dandelion Dance Shawl. So I'm using Charlotte's Web. This is all in Sprout DK. Yikes. That's Charlotte's Web. This is Nessie. This is Viva Magenta. And then the one row of purple basil on there. So the next section I think is going to be roughly about the same amount as my Viva Magenta section. And then the last section of this is going to be a mixture of all of the colors, I think, in like stripes. So here we are. This is how it looks. This is how it's going. And I'm super excited because I am actually a faster crocheter than I am a knitter. And so I'm almost done with it in like the sense in my mind. So, yay! All right, next step. I worked more on this. Another good, you know, how do I explain this? It is not a mindless knit, but it's a mindless knit. It is the Prana 2 by Knit Sisu. It's not mindless, it's mindful. You don't have to think too hard on it though, because you do the specific stitch for the specific color you're doing, no matter what side. So you're not having to constantly be mindful of what you're doing because it becomes meditative. All right, so this is how far I've gotten with my neon lights and sprout DK. I've got a sprout DK kit going. Oh, it's in my flamingo bag from Cottontail Farms. Anyway, this is how it's going. I've got 3 balls to do. This is probably, I'm over halfway through my first ball. So this is going to be a wrap up gorge. Absolutely awesome shawl. So I'm going to get that done. I'm probably going to cruise on it here once I finish that last couple sectioning of my Dandelion dance shawl. So that is a Prana 2. Where are my half speckles? They're coming. The plan that we had planned is not planning out the way we planned it. So we're dropping back and punting because it's football season soon. Anyway, we're going to get the pictures for you. They're going to get online. It's happening. It's happening. Anyway, so that was my other one. Now I started this one and had to put it on pause because I got this bag at Fiber Fusion. I had to put it on pause because I was working on this right before the tire went flat on the trailer on the way up to Michigan. So this is the Amberleigh from Sweet Vero Designs, which is Felicia Kulp. So the hat, I'm doing the hat first, and the cowl, which they have the same patterning. So there's texture and cabling going on. Absolutely love it. There's charting. There's also written instructions if you are not a chart reader. Okay, I can read charts, so it very much, if you don't read charts and you haven't tried, try, because it is definitely an absolute visual of what you're seeing in your work. So it's easy to, if you're a visual person, it's easy to spot where you are and know what you're supposed to be doing. So I am using Sprout Worsted and Worn. So you can see, here's some of the patterning. How pretty is that? Okay, absolutely love it. Got 2 different cable sections going here. It is a short repeat. It is easy to remember if you're not a look at the pattern the entire time kind of person. The repeat is memorable. And we're talking about brain fog Lindsay here. Okay, I'm just coming out of it and I can keep track of this. So you can too. I have confidence in you. Now, can I keep my stitches on my needles? That's a different story. Anyway, we have fixed that. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. I'm going to probably cruise through that because I was going pretty quick and then the tire blew and I was like, I don't want to mess this up by being frazzled. So we're not going to be frazzled, but we're not going to work on it until we're not frazzled anymore. So I'm going to finish that. Check it out. It's a new design though. Okay. Amberleigh by Sweet Vero Designs. All right. What else? I'm zipping bags that I've done. So what's on my neck? Oh, I don't know. Maybe something new I've been working on. A couple weeks back, I don't know, remember. Y'all saw this, right? It was me working on something. I wanted to see what in the world I was doing, right? Well, did it again, just to make sure that the instructions I wrote made sense. And they did. And this is one way you can wear it. So this is a scrappy kerchief. I'm showing you the back, aren't I? No, I'm not. Ha! You see the front, I see the back. Anyway, it's a kerchief. It's a thing. You just wrap it around your neck. You can do all sorts of fun ways. I might do a little video on the different ways you can wear it. However, the point of the story is it's going to be a free pattern with our fun Mystery Millins bags we're going to be putting together. Okay, so we get our yarn wound for us, which means we get yarn. It doesn't come as a hank, it comes as a cone. So we wind it off, which means you don't end when the cone ends always. You end up having a little bit left over. That's where our minis came from, right? We're not about waste here. So what happens when you don't have enough left for a mini? You have millins. What do you do with that? You just make fun colors. And then what do you do with those? You don't know. Just kidding. We're making mystery millin bags. So what happens? You get this free pattern with your mystery million bag. When is this coming out? Soon. Bags have to come in. So Jordan made some cool bags for them. Anyway, if you go, cool, Lindsay, I don't knit though, I crochet. I've got you covered. Don't pay attention to the fact that it's yay big. It is a little wrap for my nose right now, but that's not the point. I have the pattern here. It has been written down. Now I am making sure what I wrote down makes sense. And I'm doing it with another one. So there are going to be a couple of different options for you to see. It doesn't mean you're choosing this option. It just means this is how it can look. So if you have scraps or you want some of the millions from me that are mysteries to be fun, or just using a scrappy project, whatever you want, you're still getting a free pattern. So that's coming. That's exciting, right? So we're doing that. Just so you know, the knit was done on a US 6. It is sock weight. Okay. The crochet version, I'm doing it on an F right now. Okay. But they're not single crochets because ain't nobody got time for that. So it's half double crochets. It's got body, but not all the extra loopy bits. I know. Anyway, what am I going to tell you? Well, first up, I want to show you this to you. While we were at Michigan, Reese decided, this is just for fun, okay? This is my kid, right? He wanted to he made himself some, not himself, he made some bath bombs. He's actually been gifting them to people. But he wanted to make himself a little label, and he put the flavor on the side here with, like, look, it's even got a graphic of a vanilla bean and a flower. Isn't that cool? So we tried them out yesterday, and they do work. Penelope enjoyed her soak in the bath. So it's a bath bomb, even though it says Reese's soap on it. It's not a real thing. This is what my kid does for fun. So just wanted to share that with you. That's what his work in progress was this weekend. But anyway, fiber finds. New transition. Yay! Fiber finds. Okay, so first up, really cool fibers. Stopped in their booth. They've been my booth neighbors before at different shows, and so they do a lot of hand spun stuff. And so I got myself some stuff, and I think I'm gonna make Penelope, although let me see the yardage, unless I find something, because I got this and I need to find out how thick it is by doing gauge. But a sweater, okay? Envision with me, colorwork sweater. So this will be the body and this will be the colorwork. So now I just gotta find what I'm gonna do with this. I think I'm gonna make it an outer sweater for Penelope. It's, I'm gonna say it wrong, and we're just gonna go with it with confidence. Leicester long wool. We're just going with it. I should know how to say this, but again, not a phonetic reader. It gets hard sometimes. Anyway. Oh, this has Falkland in it too. So it's a blend of Leicester and Falkland. Yeah. So I'm putting these two together. Absolutely love it. And that came from really cool fiber. So what else did I get? I found this on my walkings amongst all the booths and stuff. Lisa Truax ceramics. Look at these, they're earrings. They're knitting earrings. She had a bunch of different ones. They're like and ceramics, right? On stainless steel. Yeah. So there were hoops, there were the studs, there was the knitting, there were yarn balls, sheep, other really cool just like glazes that she used on like simple shapes like circles and squares. Can't show you the other ones I got because they're a gift. And another person watching is watching, so sorry you don't get to see your gift early. Anyway, Lisa Turks Ceramics LLC. She's gonna have her website up and running, the shop part of it. So yeah, you're gonna want to go to pickwickpottery.com. And it's sheepishpotter.com if you want the fiber themed stuff. So yeah, there you go. What else did I get? I got this bag. I even checked to make sure that my phone fit in it, okay? So I got this bag from Make and Tang Egg Farm. Look at it. Look at the fabric. Okay? And it's got fun fabric inside for me. Anyway, it's got pockets inside. It can be a project bag. It's labeled as a project bag. I'm totally using this as a purse. I rocked a purse that had handles like this from my mom's stash when she was a high schooler, and it had a little bit like the flower feel to it, but it was navy. Okay, so this gives that vibe of the shape of the bag. So I was like, yes, I love this shape bag, and I'm like, yes, I love that fabric. So got myself a purse, or a purse and a project bag. So I got that from Make and Tine Egg Farm. Okay. And then I was walking past my friend Tara's booth, Allegheny Fiber Arts. I mean, y'all have seen bags because, you know, I'm a project bag person. And I was like, hey, what's going on? And then I saw one, but I had to get one. So it has all the patches. If y'all remember my fun, yeah, also that patch on your bag, Penelope, escapade that took almost a whole year. So I saw this and thought it was funny because it's a bunch of patches on the project bag. And it's like, ha ha ha, they're already there. Anyway, so it has a zipper on the outside. Look at that fabric, isn't it fun? And then a zipper for the inside, and then the divider. Project, ball of yarn, and instructions. It's a nice little division because when you pull it out, you don't have your ball of yarn like fly or anything like that. So, I mean, if you're vigorously pulling out your project, I mean, there's the possibility you're going to fling your yarn and your ball of your work and all that stuff out. It's just gonna happen. Anyway, those were my fiber finds. Yeah, so had a lot of fun. Cannot wait for wool gathering because the Youngs put on a really good show, and it's so much fun seeing all y'all because this is my local show and I cannot wait. And we'll see if I have my stuff done. Like, you have full, just come up to me and be like, hey, did you finish that one? And I can sit there and be like, yes, or I'll be like, no, but I'm working on it still. Yeah, so I cannot wait to see you guys there. We are going to have some updates between now and then, and I think you'll like them. So, including these. But yeah, until next time though, happy crafting.